out of Tennessee.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports
Tony
Network.
Victory
The
brought
Giants
us fire and
close
pride.
out the first half
They say he's
with a
unproven,
winning 3 out of 4 over the Rockies, and little Tony victory today. I thought
makes you believe fast.
Tony managed a good game
Tony
today.
Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like
Yeah,
a
Tony
man
pulling out,
who can part the sea.
was it, I remember, I think it was Keaton Wynn. Pulled him out right at the right time. Didn't let him go more than 3 batters and brought in Eric Miller. I liked it. Welcome on in. Giants get it done today.
Time will see.
Looked good doing so. Nice way to end the game. Jung-Hoo Lee with a nice sliding catch.
Throwing his shade.
The game rather opened up a little. Thought, oh boy, this is going to be a long day with the leadoff inside the park home run by Jake McCarthy, and initially ruled an error somehow by the hometown scorekeeper. Boy, even the scorekeeper can't get it right. But we're going to talk about the first half. We're going to give out first half awards to the players today. We'll talk about who was the standouts in the first half. We'll talk about the draft, we'll recap the draft from yesterday, and the direction of this ball club. What direction is this ball club going? And now we look forward to the trade deadline. We got that coming up in just about 3 weeks, the deadline. So now we get some interesting stuff. The draft actually is still going on. I think we'll have to pull up their picks here. But all in all, looks like a good draft. Giants went pitching, and a lot of young pitching, and should be good. I like I really love the first 2 picks, Jackson Flora and Bowman. Those look like a couple guys that could anchor your rotation for a few years. So we'll see what happens. But welcome on in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. It's a Sunday afternoon, and the Giants close out the first half. A little interesting the way the first half win ended. Rest in peace, as we say, with the first half. That was a pathetic first half, and the Giants finish 14 games under 500 to end the first half. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's get this show on the road. Willy Adames today, 3 hits. Now that's good. Maybe people start to see he's waking up, and maybe a ball club out there will say, hey, we need a veteran, Buster Posey, figure out what you can do. If it costs, after this year, the Giants owe Willy Adames about $130 million roughly. If the Giants are willing to take $65 million of that on, Chapman, they owe $100 million. If they take off $50 million of that, then the Giants still owe, $115 million, but they drop off roughly $115 million off the books, get some prospects back, put this thing together, and bring the prospects along with the rest of the prospects that are coming up. Telling you, 2030, 2029 looks pretty good if the Giants follow that path. If they, we've said pick a lane. Maybe the Giants are picking a lane. Let's hope so. Because the hitting's going to be there for this team. Gonzalez can hit. Hernandez can hit. We know Eldridge can hit. That's 3 guys in your lineup that can hit. Colleen the first round pick last year out of Tennessee, he might just be a productive, contact hitter. Johnny Level can hit. Bo Davidson is going to be able to hit. Dakota Jordan looks like he may be able to mash home runs. Again, this is early. A lot has to be, a lot of development still needs to take place for a lot of these guys. And, getting to the majors is not easy. And when you get to the majors, it always doesn't go so great. Just look at the Baltimore Orioles and all their young players. But this is the direction for the Giants to go. It's the only direction they can actually go with sustained success in the future. Now, look, Buster Posey was part of this once, right? He came up, drafted in 08, came up late 09, here to stay, May of 2010. Bo Davidson headed to SAC. Yeah, and we've also got a couple of guys going from from Eugene in high A to double A in Richmond. I think it's Gavin Killeen and Dakota Jordan, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got the call up. So promotion time. And Dallas will be back next week. He'll probably be back. We're going to take a break after today, along with the rest of Major League Baseball. We do have the All-Star game in a couple days, but we'll take a break and then we'll reconvene as a group on Friday when the Giants open the second half in Seattle. Let's see. What else do we got? I got hiccups here a little bit, guys. All right. Make sure you do hit that like button early on, as it does really push out the show to more people. So we do appreciate that. Those of you who take the time to actually do that, it will mean a lot to the show. Let me check and see how we're doing. I got to go to my phone. Why am we not? What's going on? Is it not even on my phone? Come on. Hold on 1 second. I always like to check and make sure. NorCal Sports. No. Why is it not showing up on my phone? I'm gonna reset it. You guys obviously got the notice. You're here. So why is it not? I don't know why it does that sometimes on my phone. Hold on. YouTube, NorCal Sports Network. Why is it not showing up on my? You guys got the. That's nuts. Hold on. Let me look again. It's got to be there. Yeah, there it is. Giants win as first half mercifully comes to an end. Thank goodness. Yes. All right. Wow. All right. 9, 10, 11 likes. There we go. Let's keep that going. Anyway, Giants had today was this is probably how they're going to have to win, right? They're going to have to get good pitching and timely hits, and they were able to do that today. Willy Adames, as I mentioned, 3 for 4. Heliot Ramos, 2 for 4. Ramos ended the first half hitting 275. Luis Arraez, 330. Casey Schmidt, 280. Devers, 249. Lee, 302. Eldridge, 271. There's your first 6 guys the lowest batting average, Devers, at 249. And then you got Adames at 230 after 3 hits today. Drew Gilbert 237. Kavanaugh is not enough time, but 219. But 6 players, 5 of the 6 over 270. That's pretty good. So I think if we handed out the first half, I'm going to give you some first half awards. Let me bring in some of you guys that want to join today. Let me put the link in the actual chat here. So if anybody wants to jump in and join the show, we could do that. Hold on here. Come on. Why does that not? Sometimes it just won't. Hold on. I hate that when it does that. All right, I'm going to do it again. Copy and paste. There we go. All right. The link is in the chat. Pop on in if you want to jump in. We're going to not go too long today. I'm going to go over some first half awards, talk about the draft here, and let me pull up that draft right now. Let's take a look at the draft, and where is my? Hold on here. Let's see what they say here on the this is interesting, guys. An article on which players in the draft could reach the majors the fastest, and it's White Sox Roke Jakowski, and has a very good chance to be the first draftee to reach the majors. If not him, Jackson Flora, the Giants' first pick, is another good choice to be the first to jump from this draft class to the major leagues. Yes, both were top 5 picks. So there you have it. Those 2 guys may be the first to reach. It's kind of what I would say too. That would have been my overall prediction. I want to check. I'm looking for some articles from. I'm trying to find ranking draft results. All right. Hold on here. This is not what I want. I'm pulling some stuff up, guys. Give me a second here. I am looking for the entire draft. I'm going to pull that up for you guys. Oops. Sorry. Oops, just went past it. All right. Here we go. All right, we're going to pull up the Giants' entire draft choices here, and we'll look at these as a group. One sec here. All right, obviously Jackson Flora, Carson Bowman, Caden Wechter, the first 3 picks, all pitchers. And then they jumped to Peyton Bond's nephew of Barry Bond, the 4th pick out of Rutgers. Carlos Martinez, a 4-year starter at Hofstra. Luke Nixon out of North Carolina State, a second baseman. Then they went pitching with the next 3 picks again. Eric Nachium, McNeese State. Bo Bryans out of Jacksonville State, a left-handed pitcher. Cody Brash out of Louisiana Lafayette. And then Mike Mancini out of Vanderbilt, who was famous for giving up in the Little League World Series. He was there's some highlights of him out there. More pitching, and Ian Korn out of West Virginia, and then some outfielders, Bussey and Kemp. Josiah Kemp. I wonder if that is any relation to not Sean Kemp, but let me see. Josiah Kemp. Wasn't there a baseball player with the Dodgers named Kemp? There was. I'm trying to think. Anybody know if this guy's related to the Kemp of trying to remember Josiah Kemp. Let me see his dad. No, Delino Kemp. Okay, Matt Kemp. That's who I was thinking of. It's his uncle. Okay, his uncle is Matt Kemp. Okay, I was curious. Whenever you see a name like that, you wonder if there's. All right, I did it again. I pulled the. I hit the wrong button again. Yes, nephew is correct to Matt Kemp. Yeah. All right, we welcome in Nick to the show. World Series champion, John jersey on.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can't hear you, Dan.
Can't hear me? I can hear you, but
yeah, let me try real quick. Hold on a second.
Okay. So, see the Giants going super. All right, we welcome Nick back in. You there?
Yeah, can hear you.
All right.
What's going on, Dan?
I was seeing if my my mic went bad the other night as far as my input or output for sound. So I was testing it. I couldn't hear you, so I moved it directly.
Oh, okay.
I moved it directly into my PC, so I can hear you fine. George Curry says, I see the Giants going super heavy with pitchers this draft. I was hoping we drafted Brody Bamilla, who went to Texas. Yep, 1 pick ahead of us. I talked about that yesterday. The reason he dropped so much is because he's going to have probably a internal brace surgery or Tommy John surgery again. So he let people know. But yeah, that was something I would have loved to see him pick too.
He had already had Tommy John recently, right?
He did, yeah. So he's going to have it again, yeah. Which is kind of a red flag the second time.
Big time, yeah. I mean, because it's normal, or I don't want to say it's normal, but I mean, it's not out of the ordinary to see guys get Tommy John while in college and then one more time in their professional career. Like what happened to Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
You know, when he was at LSU and then pretty much ended his term with the Giants when he ended up getting it again.
Yeah. The Giants absolutely killed it in this year's draft. Holmes and Maniason and the scouts put on a master class. You know, let's hope so, because let's hope that they come through, these guys. Bob Lurie, yes, we did. I did see Bob Lurie. Great to see him. He sounded so old, you know, on the broadcast. But Bob Lurie, he's a hero. He should be a hero to Giants fans, because Nick, you probably weren't even born in 1993, correct?
1 year after.
1 year after.
94.
Well, you would have grown up without the Giants.
They would have gone to Tampa Bay.
Yep. If it wasn't for Bob Lurie, who was, lowered the price so much so that a local team, would buy it, and the
Peter McGowan's
group, and that was so Bob Lurie, and he saved the Giants early on. They were getting ready to move possibly early on when he bought it. So the Giants. So Bob Lurie is wonderful. So the Giants, let's see if we can find some articles on who. Let me just see. Day one losers, winners, losers. Let's see what Kylie McDaniel had to say on day one, winners and losers in the draft.
I like all the pictures the Giants took. I really do. I think that, for what they loaded up on, I'm pretty satisfied with those picks.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking. Archer Horn was available. The kid out of San Francisco, shortstop. He was listed as the top available, and no one had picked him on day one, which is surprising. Just looking to see.
Giants have had a lot of shortstop drafts, though, in the past years, haven't they?
Yeah.
That they drafted, so,
They asked him who was one player you'd like to plant your flag in as the biggest steal of this draft, and he said Trevor Condon. So Trevor Condon was he thinks might be. There was a pretty cool moment yesterday. I thought, I don't know, this is a little longer, but I can play for you guys something from Jacob Lombard. And I think anybody who's played sports or been a parent to kids in sports, you'll appreciate this because you see the grind and the work that it takes to become a big leaguer, get drafted. But let's talk about first Mike Mancini, who the Giants drafted, and we'll go back and take a look at Mike Mancini here.
When he showed up on campus, Tim Corbin said his personality and skills are a great fit for a program. He was oozing personality when he was pitching for Maine and well in New York, even when he was giving up bombs. You can't let Dylan Pasta go yard.
Dylan, I mean, if you're going to give one up, give it up to old Dylan Pasta.
Mancini threw up third this inning. I was telling you about Mancini earlier this year, and the smirk when he gave up the home run. You go, I remember that kid.
Yeah.
When Mike Mancini showed up on campus, Tim
All right,
Corbin
there you go. Mike Mancini, who's now a San Francisco Giant. I want to pull up the Jacob Lombard story because I really thought this was really cool, cool story. So let me see if I can grab that, and then Nick, you and I will do some second half or first half awards for the Giants, and let's see here. Let's see. All right. This is I really like this. This is about 5 minutes long, guys. So watch this and enjoy this. This is a good human interest story, in my opinion. I love this kind of stuff. And here it is with Jacob Lombard.
Pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Miami Marlins select.
Come on, Jacob.
Oh, he's better not. Yeah, move him.
He's got his hands wrong. Oh, no, he's got him right now. There he is.
Oh, nice. All right, great. Get one. No, get one.
Barry Bonds right there with his dad, George
Yep.
Lombard.
There was Matt Kemp in the background too. Speaking of
wasn't
Kemp,
really into baseball.
the gymnastics.
You know, in a house full of athletes, I was never forced to choose a path.
Talked about the MLB pedigree. His dad played in the big leagues for 6 seasons.
A brother who's the top prospect in the Yankees organization.
I did a little gymnastics, football, basketball, kind of everything besides baseball was the last one in that. I was always around it, loved to watch it. My best memories, like to this day, we're thinking back to when I was 8, 9 years old, back in LA on a big league field in Dodger Stadium. I think almost every kid in my shoe would be like, oh, I mean, this is pretty cool. This is definitely what I want to do when I'm older. But then playing like as a high-paced, high-motor kid that hit, had an at-bat, and then I had to wait an hour, I was like, yeah, get me on the soccer field.
What I love about he's also a 2-time state champion soccer player at all of our schools. He's just a heck of an athlete.
Soccer was everything, and then it was just like a slow transition towards going more to baseball. I never started playing baseball till 11, 12, really competitively. COVID year was really the year that my brother was getting recruited. And I was like, hey, you know what? Soccer's fun, but like that's what I want to do. That seems pretty cool to me. In that period of my life, there was kind of nothing stopping, nothing getting in the way.
Talking about a guy who runs a 6'1", 160 and can hit balls like 450 feet, it gives him probably the highest ceiling in the class.
Early on, when I first fell in love with baseball, I can speak for myself. I can kind of speak for my brother too, because I just know how he is and just how much we love taking ground balls, for example. The 1,000 ground balls they hit in days, like, and we could do that with a smile on our face all day, every single day. We just really enjoy doing it. It's fun for us. Same thing about hitting, same thing about lifting. Like, we really enjoy the process, and I think once you create a real love for it and you really wake up every day craving it, like the last ground ball wasn't good enough ever. It was, so we just kept going and kept going and kept going until my dad had to like pull me off the field. That almost perfectionist mindset, it did hurt me at times, but it also, I think it helped me more than it hurt me. I played a lot of sports in my life. Nothing really punches you in the face more than baseball does. Like, mentally in baseball, you can't be perfect because you never will be. You got to be okay with getting 1% better. And I've learned that as I got older, where I can take 10 ground balls, be like, hey, this is the exact thing I needed to feel today. Like, I want to catch the ball in the exact spot I want to catch every single time. When I'm throwing it, I want to throw in a small little square. When I'm hitting, I want to hit it on the same inch of the bat, because I'm trying to be so intentional with my work. It really didn't happen by accident. Wake up every single day with one goal in mind. I've always just wanted to be the best. Without that, none of this is here, and this opportunity isn't present.
With the 14th pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Miami Marlins select Jacob Lombard, a shortstop from Gulliver High School, Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I love seeing that kind of stuff. I think it's brings, makes things more real, when you see these stories and the hard work and the dedication, and all the hours, and then you see the family. That was his brother there in the Yankees organization, his dad. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think obviously a lot of talent in that family. You're going to have 3 major leaguers. Dad and both his sons are going to, make it to the big leagues. This kid Lombard, Jacob, he may have the most upside in this draft. A lot of people are saying and you heard he's hitting balls 450 feet, as an 18-year-old.
5-tool player.
Yeah, only gets stronger. So, but let's get to some of these second half, or if I keep saying first half awards. I want to. Who would you say would be your surprise player? Surprise player of the first half. Biggest surprise.
Well, I'm not necessarily like surprised about it. I guess I could say that I'm impressed that Jung Hoo Lee has been consistent this season offensively. Again, I wouldn't say he's the biggest surprise, but I was kind of wondering if he was actually going to deplete or if he was going to improve. I think that right when he started with the Giants, there looked like there was some big upside to him until he got injured. But I would say for the first half, I've just been very impressed with his all-star like first half, and that I put him maybe as the first person that comes to mind that I was generally surprised of the results for him.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking biggest surprise. I'm going to go. I've got 2. One is Luis Ariz in defense.
Yeah.
I was just amazed at how well he played in the first half. I thought that was going to be a bust. I didn't think it would last. I thought, maybe give him a month and Giants will see how many runs they're sacrificing, having him out there, and that they would move Casey to second. But he was a definite first half surprise. But overall, I'm going to go maybe Casey learning left field and playing it pretty well. That's him and Ariz defensively. Having Casey just, who would have thought that he would be out there at left field and actually, first it looked like it might be a little rough the first few games, and then he really got the hang of it. So that's one. How about
actually, sorry to interrupt, Dan, but who actually Susak, because what ended up happening with him because of how he was playing, that's why the Giants felt comfortable letting Bailey go or trading him. So I thought that's actually a huge thing that happened this season, because going into spring training, no one would have thought that something like that probably would have happened, although Bailey offensively never got it done. Susak was doing well offensively at the time. So I will say that I still kind of have hopes for him going down the line, and that he did, I think, surprise a lot for the first half.
Right. Let's see. How about this is where we're going to stretch. I mean, this is really tough.
Yeah.
Best reliever out of this group. How would we give an award? Is there anybody that would get this award? Or is this one we just have to just say
pick your poison, basically?
Yeah. I can't think of a reliever that actually was consistently good.
I guess whoever had the lowest ERA on average for the first half, maybe. I mean,
Eric Miller looked really good today, but he's been wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that award gets passed over. How about let me see. Oh, we could give the bullpen award. How about if we give the bullpen award pass the Rolaids award? Yeah, whenever the bullpen went out there. Let's see. Let's go for. I'm looking here. Some ideas. A lot of rookies on this team. Who would you say is the rookie of the first half?
Why is his name drawing a blank right now? Who we recently just called him up? Outfielder.
Oh, Barracuda?
Barracuda, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Bryce.
Okay.
I'm going to go Eldridge. Barracuda's not bad pick. I'm going to go Bryce.
Like with Bryce, we've been talking about him. We weren't talking about Barracuda, so that's the reason why,
Yeah. How about who? Do we have a best individual game of the first half? Can you remember a player that had the best individual game? I know Casey had a couple of gamers with 2 homers. Ramos recently had one a week or so or two ago.
Arias almost hit for the cycle like a couple times this year. I don't think he did it, but he came close.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Chat, what do you guys got? Who was the best individual performance of the season, first half?
Are we just talking offensively, or are we talking pitching too, or just in general?
Both, yeah, best. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said Rolaids, the Rolaids Relief Man of the Year. I was going to go Tums, and then let's go Rolaids. I remember the old Rolaids Relief Man of the Year, Raleigh Fingers, Trevor Hoffman, Goose Gossage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think of anybody that deserved any awards. Oh yeah, Matt Chapman, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs versus
in Wrigley.
The Cubs. Yeah, that was a good game. There you go. There's another one. How about best defensive play of the first half?
Oh, I mean, there was like some great outfield plays I remember at the beginning of the year that were cool. I mean, you know what? I'll say this about Rafael Devers, though. I have been impressed that in the last few weeks that he's been playing at first, that he's shown a lot of hustle.
Yeah, he's been hustling
on there. Yeah, he's done some stuff. I mean, he made some questionable plays at the same time, but I've been enjoying the hustle and at least appreciating that.
Yeah,
he's not trying to drag the situation and be more of a diva, but more so just kind of saying, you know what, like I'm trying to put this behind me with that whole drama in Miami, and that, show some hustle some way. Was 1 home run away with finishing for 20 with the first half. So on pace to pushing anywhere between 35 to 40 home runs for the season.
Yeah. I think that is definitely a plus recently seeing him. That's the one I came to my mind, the recent Schmidt double play at third base where he stepped on third and in foul territory threw a 1-hopper to Eldridge. I think it was Eldridge. Pretty sure for the double play.
Well, player for the first half, I mean, if we have to say like the star of the first half, it's Casey for me. Like if we're doing I
was going to do an overall MVP.
Overall MVP. I didn't know we're doing that.
I'd go Casey there too. Yeah. I overall. Are
we doing also overall grade for Tony V?
Yeah, let's give him a grade, Tony. I thought he managed really good today. I thought it was one of her better games. He got the hook out for Wynn right away.
Right.
When Wynn walked the last batter he faced, and that was the third batter Wynn had actually faced. He came in the 8th inning. McDonald went 7 strong innings, only giving up 3 hits, only walked 1, didn't strike out a lot 4, but he, let the guys put the ball in play and not. So that was good. But Wynn, with the game still tied, it was 1-1, and Tony didn't mess around. It's like, you walk the dude, you're gone. And he brought in Miller. And I'm trying to remember who Miller came in to face. I want to say it was Rumfield, maybe. Might have been Rumfield or Johnston. Can't remember. I think it might have been one of those two. It was a lefty. And then Tony putting on the steal with pinch running McRae for Eldridge. Eldridge, the inning started. Devers walked. Lee made an out. I can't remember exactly what he did, but then, let's see. Lee made an out. Eldridge singled him to right? Devers over to third? Was that it? Pretty sure. Help me out, guys. I'm trying to remember. And then McRae came in to pinch run for Eldridge, and he took off with a steal attempt, and Goodman threw the ball away into center field, allowing Devers to score and McRae to make it over to third. And both of those runners, Devers scored and McRae, nice to see actually doing a little bit of putting pressure on the defense. So George says Tony V gets a D grade, needs to fire his pitching coaches, running the bases coach, and first base coach. Giants need better coaches for Tony V to succeed. Yeah, they should have kept the coach at first base. They had a couple years ago with Kapler. He went on to go to the Mets last year, and Soto was almost a 40-40 guy. And then he's now with the Braves, and he's helping guys steal bases over there. What's the guy's name? I'm drawing a blank. First base coach. Black guy. I can't think of his last name. First base coach. He's with the Braves now. He was with the Met. Richardson. Antone Richardson, I believe. Oh, that George just said it too. Yep. Richardson, right? Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, he was a great first base coach. It's funny is it pops up in our screen just as I said it. Sometimes you guys, I know, because when I'm on a show and I put something in, it takes about 10, 15 seconds to show up on the screen. George says Tony gets a D grade, right? I'm going to give Tony a C-, just below average. Where I knock him, he hasn't been anything above average, and where I knock him is not handling some of the veteran deals like Devers, and not benching some guys more often in the first half that were not performing. So, he had no problem, getting rid of Walker. You could tell the night that he went down, it's like they asked him what's going to happen. He's, we'll see. We'll meet and we'll see. He was done with Walker. But Walker's not a, high-paid veteran like Devers, Chapman, Adames. So I think he's a little bit intimidated by some of these veterans and not willing to step up and do what is necessary. But on the other hand, I don't knock him because he had not a lot to deal. He didn't have the tools. Buster didn't give him a bullpen at all. And that bullpen probably cost the Giants, I would say, it just being conservative, 8 wins. 8 wins. They blew 12 saves, but I'm just going to let's go conservative, 8 wins. That means the Giants' record as of today at the close of the first half is 41-55. Give them 8 more wins, they are 49-47. So the bullpen, you could actually say, because the team has played pretty decent, hit pretty well for quite a while, you could actually say the bullpen has taken the Giants out of the race. If they were 49-47, hey, let's say it only cost them 7 games. 7 games, and they were 500 at 48-48. That would put the Giants in the wild card standings. They would be 3.5 back. They would be tied with San Diego at 48-48. They would be right in the thick of it. So I'm going to just say that Buster Posey's lack of putting together a bullpen has cost the Giants an actual opportunity to be in the race. Now they are 10.5 back. Man, only the Mets. The Mets just got swept by Boston. How pathetic can you get? Wow. George says Mark Hallberg and had him as his bench coach. Tony's issues is not the vets. It's the lack of preparation by his staff. He failed to set a tone and lead. Blowing smoke, fail. Yeah, he may, he's got some of his own coaches, that he brought from Tennessee, the Frank Anderson. And he brought Justin Message in from as a pitching coach from the Brewers organization. And then he brought in Hunter Mentz, who was assistant hitting coach in Toronto.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers get swept by they did. Arizona closes out the first half 49-47. Go D-backs.
They killed them the other night. Everyone was teeing off of them that night.
Yeah, nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see. I love it. D-backs.
It's always a great day when the Giants win and the Dodgers lose.
Yeah. That's
always a good one.
Yeah. Well, guys, I don't have a whole lot more today. It's Giants win 3 of 4 in the series. They win 4, go 4-3 on the homestand, 7-game homestand, and it's going to be a second half. The Giants right now, again, their record on the first half is what did I say it was? 41-55. Yeah, 41-55. That is a winning percentage of. Hold on here. Let me go back to the standings this way. 427. 427. That puts him on pace to go 69-93. 69-93. Okay, so they're 41-55. 96 games. So they've got 66 games left. 66 games. I'm going to predict give me your record for the second half, Nick. 66 games.
Uh, well, the only reason why I'm having a pause on this is just because I really don't know what their plan is for, like, what they're going to do with this trade deadline. Because I think if they go all sell, like we hope they do and stuff, possibly maybe win, I don't know, maybe another 20 something games.
Yeah, I've got them going
Yeah.
28 and 38.
I think that's accurate. I might even give them a
28.
little bit less than that, but yeah, that's somewhere
It
in that
might be like,
ballpark.
I'm going to go 28 and 38, which would put them at 41 plus 28, 69 and 93 right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where about they end up because they'll still have some bats, but I think they lose Ray. I think they lose Arise. I think they get rid of Molly. I think, he pitched well last game. I think somebody will want that, take a flyer on that because he's on a 1-year deal. So you might as well get something for him.
Well, and the Giants have literally swung and missed when it comes to taking that risk of keeping someone that they could honestly have traded at the deadline. Like, was it Carlos Rodon?
Yeah.
That year, it was plain and simple. You're not going to be in contention. Might as well get rid of him. He walks away. You get nothing. I mean, and he already had shown, it was kind of foreshadowed that he was going to leave. When his wife had spoken about Giants fans complaining about his performance or something and everything like that. I was like, just get rid of him. He's not going to come back.
Yeah.
Signed with the Yankees,
I wish they would trade Webb. I know some people disagree, and that's fine. It's no right or wrong. It's just opinions. I'm of the ilk opinion that they trade him, and because I don't think the Giants are set to win until a few more years, and I don't think Webb's going to want to hang around after that. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants to stay on, but if he stays on, I don't think you're going to get prime Webb. You're probably going to get a guy that's back end of your rotation Webb the last part of his career.
It sounds like he was involved with giving them perspective on the draft too.
Yeah.
Who he was recommending and who he thought could be probably drafted. I mean, with Boaster Posey saying in that press conference that they had no plans of trading him, seeing this recently, I think it's just kind of like they're going to go gung-ho on him and possibly probably try to re-sign him again, even though I think
they will. This is what I said. Mark my words. They're going to re-sign him, and he will not be that effective after this contract.
Yeah.
Maybe for a year. Maybe in like 29, 30, but he's going to have a lot of mileage on him, and I think at that point you're risking him having an injury, and they should learn from Matt Cain, Mad Bum. Look, Mad Bum was a great pitcher, but ever since he hurt his shoulder on that bike accident in Colorado, he never
was the same again.
Never was the same. And Lincecum, he faltered badly after, he went to the Angels. He just never really was any good anymore. So you've got to capitalize on assets and look at things in an intelligent way and say, okay, if the Giants were looking to compete for a World Series title next year, you would say, okay, let's keep Webb. But they're not. They're not. We know that Chapman and Adames, we know their ceilings, okay? And we've seen their ceilings, okay? That's it. You've seen their ceilings. Devers, now he's got a better ceiling in that he has history, but is he on the decline from his Boston heydays? I think so. Yeah, we see flashes of power and, but we don't see the 275 hitting, I don't think you're going to see that again. So you're getting more strikeouts out of him. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're ready to win with this roster I think this roster is going to have to turn over, and they're going to, in 3 years, they're going to be blocking guys, right? 2 to 3 years. They're going to be blocking some of their guys. But you're not going to get anything for them 2 to 3 years from now because they're 2 or 3 years older. So who's going to want a Willy Adames in 3 years and a Matt Chapman in 3 years? You're going to be talking about a 36-year-old Chapman in 3 years. So trade him while he still has baseball life in him.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Philip. Bill Walsh had the mindset of rather get rid of a player a year too early than a year too late.
It's true.
That's why you saw Ronnie Lott leave, and the Giants, the 49ers won a Super Bowl without Ronnie Lott. They got Tim McDonald that came in to play Ronnie Lott's position from the Arizona Cardinals. Tim McDonald of USC, who was an excellent, strong safety in his own right. And Giants, the 49ers were able to do that. Giants haven't learned that. Most organizations don't learn that.
Well, and they had to do it with Montana and Young. Same thing. It's just like, it's inevitable. Yep. It's part of how the future goes. And once you start seeing what their potential is and that they're actually like fulfilling it, you got to go that route.
Yeah. It should be really interesting. We'll see where this goes. But I wish they would trade Webb and Chapman at least. That would be fantastic. I don't think they will. And you look at the Giants fans out there. If you look at the Giants fans at the ballpark, there's a lot of young people out there. The Giants have made this a kind of more of an event. It's a beautiful ballpark.
Right.
A lot of the fans, they really are clueless about what's going on the field. They're just there to have a good time. And that's part of the problem. Part of the problem is you don't have the base of diehards that you did from the Candlestick days.
Yeah.
And, there is a lot of good upcoming younger fans, which like you're one yourself, Nick. We see guys like Jack from Giant Hot Takes and Cody and, over at Even Year Dynasty Show. And you've got Jack Loader and you've got some of the other Michael Monreal. And, there's a lot of guys that are coming up that really know the game. But there is a ton of people that just are clueless about what's going on out there at the ballpark.
I remember the only day in high school I ever missed was the 2010 World Series parade. My mom and I drove over to Oakland Hills, took Bart to the city, and literally witnessed history. It was one of the coolest things ever. I mean, everyone else in my high school, people missed days left and right. I was only off one day, and it was to go attend the World Series parade.
Awesome.
And I was out here in Phoenix for when they won it in 2012 and 2014.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, by myself, none of my friends were Giants fans out here. Even the people that were from out of state, a lot of went to GCU with a lot of like Yankees fans, Mariners fans, Rocky fans, Pacific Northwest people. But yeah, just 2010 was just such a incredible, magical season, and being able to celebrate it with my family and everything and go into the parade, it's just one of those memories I'll never forget. And that, you think about when can we have those days again when will that ever happen again for the Giants? Cause I mean, I went to Lincecum's first start back in 2007. It was Little League Day.
Oh, nice.
And I went in my Little League uniform and whatnot. And they were talking to Kipe over on the dugout, like the little Q&A thing they would do. But I remember like how we're talking about, out with the old and in with the new. I was more hyped about prior to that start that I was going to get to see Russ Ortiz pitch, because I had never seen Russ pitch in person, and I remember like his first tenure with the Giants, and he had just gotten signed. America's in '07, they brought back Rich Aurelia, they brought back Russ Ortiz, Tyler Walker, kind of like this whole thing of like, you know, the Niners entertaining, bringing back Debo Samuel and all these guys that like you don't need to be bringing them back. But, you know, Dre Greenlaw, I don't mind. I think that that's still, you know, there's a lot of potential right there with him linking back with Fred. But yeah, the Russ Ortiz thing though, yeah, I was like all like bummed out. I was like, wait, Russ isn't gonna pitch. I was finally get to see him pitch in person, and then everyone around us were like, who's this Lincecum guy? Like I never even heard of him. And I had heard about him a little bit because I remember when I would go to the games reading the G magazine, and they would talk about like their future prospects and stuff, and you'd see them talk about like when Kane was coming up and everything. But the first pitch, it was just like lightning out of a bottle. I couldn't believe it. Everyone was just like, holy crap. It was 100 miles an hour against
beautiful.
Shane
We're going to
Victory.
get to see that all over again with Jackson Flora now.
Yeah, exactly. Taller
Nice. Hey,
Lincecum.
speaking of prospects, let's take a quick peek at one of the Giants' prospects. It's up and coming, Dakota Jordan at the Futures game. Take a look at this, Dakota Jordan.
1-1 lasered, and that's going to be a fair ball. Left side, it'll roll all the way into the corner there. Alvarez, the new left fielder, is going to have to track it down. It's a standing double. Dakota Jordan, welcome to the Futures game.
You know, he generates a lot of exit velo with that swing.
Was that the A's announcer talking?
The lady, yeah.
But look at him stay on this right here. Just stays on it. You talked about it, right? Being a hot bat right now, coming into the Futures game. But how about the speed? That's what I like.
Nice to see it.
Lasered, and that's going to be a fair ball. Left side, it'll roll all the way into the corner
This
there.
dude
Alvarez,
is
the new left fielder,
he is built, man. This dude
It's a standing double. Dakota Jordan.
This guy's
welcome to the Futures.
a stud, man.
I'm sure that game sounds better on mute though.
Yeah, I get you. I totally get you. But hey, we wrap up the first half, guys. We're going to take the week off. We'll come back Friday. Look for maybe a video or two. I may put something out if I get a spark or an idea that comes to my mind. But thanks for being here at NorCal Sports and supporting us. And we'll come back Friday night. It's going to be a night game in Seattle. So I think, let me see what time their actual game time is in Seattle for Friday, 7:10. So just like the Giants start 7:15. So probably closer to a 10 o'clock start next Friday. And then Saturday, it's a 5:08 game. And then Sunday, 1:10. And then they go to Kansas City for 3. And so we'll be back next Friday. We'll see if Dallas will be back from his adventures. Dallas, let me look at Dallas's schedule. What is Dallas? Gave me an itinerary. Let's see. Yesterday he was at the Great Wall of China. Today he's climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay. Dallas, busy guy. So he's climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. There you go. That's where Dallas is at. All right. And Kyle says he's grown to like the home run derby less and less the years, but the All-Star game is good. Major League Baseball is the only sport where they play. NFL and NBA don't care. I guess hockey, they kicked ass. Yeah. Hockey's pretty good. Now, they did change the home run derby this year back to swings only, no timer. So you're not going to have these kids running out in the outfield chasing a ball, and then they got another missile maybe coming right at them because of they're all running for the ball, and it's like that was crazy. So they get 20 swings, I believe, the first round, and then I think it goes down to 15. I'm not sure of the format, maybe 15 and 10 with the final or whatever it is. Maybe it's 15-15, but yeah, better just for swings. Then you just don't have this. I think when you're taking the timer, I think it messes up players' swings, man. for the
And
second.
it makes all the home runs more cheap. Like, just the line drive home runs. If you really want to see the big fly balls, then you do get rid of the timer and you just make it the swings.
Yeah. Is Willy Adames in the home run contest? I thought I heard he was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Let me check. Let me see who the home run MLB.
I got Schwarber winning it though. I think he might pull it off.
Let's see. Home run derby odds. Let's see. Schwarber's no, Willy Adames is not in it. Somebody said he was. Okay. Is Schwarber plus 330?
Harper's in it too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hometown. Yeah. Jack Caglione plus 500. Junior Caminero plus 500. Murakami plus 550. Jordan Walker of the Cardinals plus 650. Ben Rice plus 850. Bryce Harper plus 900. And Wilson Contreras plus 1,200. Those are your odds on DraftKings. So that's interesting. I think Schwarber might be the guy. It's going to be interesting. It'd be kind of cool if Harper won it, the older guy in Philly at his home ballpark.
Well, he won it at the National Stadium the year after he left. His first year in Philly.
That's right.
The All-Star game was in D.C. and he won the Derby there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's on Netflix.
The room stays loud. Serious softball games, we back that crowd.
All right, we were gonna listen to our chat here, so our chat song. Where was Johnny today? Didn't see Johnny.
Willy Adames was on his mind.
He was upset about Willy Adames getting 3 hits today.
That's right. He couldn't come in and say, Dan, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do my best Johnny Cesari imitation. Hold on, let me. Johnny, this one's for you. Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta get the camera. Might be up to the
Here we go. Johnny Cesari imitation. Let me turn the. Dan, I'm not happy. Dan?
It's time for Adames to go.
Yeah, I'm still not happy. Then after the draft, hey, Dan, I'm actually happy.
We improved our pitching, Dan.
Johnny, we love you. We're just having some fun. That's what we do here. Anyway, guys, we get the little background. So enjoy your All-Star break, and let's see if we can get some. Hold on, let me give you.
Who wins the game, Dan? National League or American League?
National. You know, let's see if I can. Hey guys, I got something for you. I'm going to have some fun with you guys. The first half has mercifully come to an end. Guess what we get to look forward to?
Going to the hall.
Football's coming.
That's a team effort for San Francisco's defense.
Ronnie Lott, Dan Bunce.
This has got to be the alley-oop. There's no time for anything else. Tell throws. Owens is double teamed. He's going downfield near the goal line. He goes up. He's got it. A great catch. He got it.
And they're going to go his way. And he's got it. The record. He did it. Jerry Rice is just unstoppable.
Smith on third down. He'll take it himself for a first down and more. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown. Smith on 3rd and 3. He throws.
Davis.
Man. Feels like yesterday, man.
Yeah. Oh, I love this one. Was this against the Jets, I think? Overtime.
Yep.
Joe Stark, my man.
Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
I'd like to see them wear those uniforms again.
Yes.
Young almost falls down. Throws to the end zone.
Owens.
Back to throw.
Oh, Lon Simmons. He cuts again.
He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 15, the 10.
Lon Simmons, my favorite announcer of all time. Rest in peace, Lon.
The great Lon Simmons.
Comes right. Back to throw Montana. Stepped up throws.
Oh, I'm getting chills. And Lon Simmons at the call.
And of course, for the upstart
Vin Scully.
Vin Scully. There he is.
away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right.
Where were you when this happened, Dan?
I was in San Diego in my dorm.
Oh, wow.
Throwing in the end zone.
Watching it with Ram fans, and I was going nuts.
Man, rest in peace, Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
At Candlestick.
There you go, guys. That was right off of Reddit. Didn't want to pull a YouTube, so I'm looking forward to football. We got football coming. Johnny Cesari. Speaking of you, Johnny, we just did your imitation. Hey, good to show up, Johnny. Adames actually had a good game.
Yep.
Let me see Johnny, let me do you one more time here. Dan, Adames needs to stay in 7th or 8th. Don't put him in front of Eldridge. I don't care what you do. Don't put him in front of Eldridge. And Dan, even though Adames still had a good game today, I'm still not happy. He needs an Adames song, he says. All right, we'll see if we can get one created for you, Johnny. I'll work on one for you for the second half. All right, everybody. Thanks. Oh, Larry did some great. Who was that when he did Larry did an imitation of the guy from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hutch. Yeah.
Not Michael Hutchins, huh? No. Different Hutch.
Dan, we're still 41-56. This team needs pitching. All right, Johnny. Johnny, you could have joined us today, man. We were it was just the two of us here. But anyway, oh no, he has Johnny going on forever. He plays the video. All right. We're out of here. Have a great week. I may do a video. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll make a surprise show after the All-Star game. But I think right now, as of now, I'm planning on taking most of the week off. So let's finish up with a John Miller goodbye. Let's get this one nice and loud if I can. Okay. Goodbye. All right. Take care, everybody.